Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Check. All right. Pre-production meeting completed. Welcome.
Now begin.
Let's go.
Welcome everyone. I should have one of those boards.
Snap. And scene.
The Two Dads podcast.
Take. Well, we only have one take. And here we are. Welcome back. Welcome back to the Two Dads podcast. If you're new, welcome to the first time meeting us. We've got 41 episodes. You can go and have a look at what we've done in the past.
In the vault.
Because today is episode 42 of the Two Dads podcast. We are closing in 42 episodes. We are closing in to the first year anniversary of the
52.
Yeah, eventually. I said we're closing in. I didn't say we're there yet. We're closing in.
Closing in, we're there.
But welcome, Sadiq. Welcome. Our usual slot, Friday night. Here we are.
Welcome, Philip.
How are we doing?
And if you're in the southeast, it's probably cold.
Oh, mate, it is cold.
And or a little bit wet.
Yeah, it's
If you remember
correct
Rob
on both
Million's,
fronts. Correct on both.
It ain't
both
no
fronts.
good if you're in the jungle.
No, I'll tell you what. It's going to be a bit of a cold weekend. The mornings have been a bit frosty, that's for sure. How are things?
Snowflake on the dash.
No, not yet. Not yet. Maybe this weekend.
Does the LDV not have the snowflake?
Nah, mate. Doesn't have a snowflake.
Surely it has a snowflake. Come on.
Nah, no snowflake.
Snowflake is universal.
Nah, mate.
Anyway, as
they're
Philip
tough
said,
cuts.
he is the Uber man. I am the other man.
Yes,
We are the Two Dads.
Two Dads. Not because there's two of us, but because we're too much like dads. TOO. That's the reason why we're the TOO Dads podcast. And on this podcast, Sadiq will reveal the topic in the next few moments. But we like to talk about something, and then we'll put a little, not ethical spin, but we'll, from an ethical standpoint, our views, and it's our little love letter
to common sense
That's
from an
what we like
ethical
to do.
standpoint.
Exactly.
So
right.
if there's a cliff that is called ethical,
Yep.
we will be standing on said cliff and overlooking to send someone or something a love letter of common sense.
Potentially may have fallen
Something
off
that is
cliff.
surely missed
Surely.
in our society these days.
Yep. We just release it.
Seems like everyone wants to have a reason for complaining about something.
Yeah. Well.
No. There's not enough electricity,
do?
so let's make people buy electric cars.
Yeah, that makes sense. And charge it up with the sun that doesn't come
all
out.
the providers. Yes.
But we also love on this podcast jokes and puns. We love dad jokes. We love puns. It's what makes you too much like a dad. So I think we'll share a couple of those as well. I actually saw one. I didn't get a chance to take a photo of one, but I did see one in my travels on the odd occasion.
Please do tell.
Do you want to disclose it now? Are we going to wait?
Go for it.
Are we going for it now? Well, I was driving along.
Yeah.
I was driving along and I saw a removalist sign that was one to move. Removalist. It was the word one, WONE, the number two, move, removalists. One to move.
Fantastic.
There you go. See, it is everywhere. There's this little scattered,
absolutely fantastic,
fairy dusting of puns throughout the, even out in the sticks where I am. But
well, Phil, that pun, was an absolute corker.
Now that's an absolute corker. I'm about to go to the mute button early.
Go to the mute button.
That's
I've come out the gate.
Look at that. Bang. You're like a greyhound. You're like a greyhound
absolute
at
corker.
the Gardens on race one. Just gone.
Now, I can't take all the credit for this one.
Hang on. This looks
was
like
sent in
by.
No. Hang on. That's enough with your stereotypes, please. This was sent in by a friend of the show.
Oh, friend of the show.
From Justin.
Thanks, Justin. Is he a member of the Absolute
on the Southeastern
crew?
Freeway? There was an accident. Yeah.
Well, of course there was.
On the Southeastern Freeway, there was an accident.
No, really?
And
that never
it
happens.
was Yeah, it was one of the absolute of a corker utes on its side.
Oh no, you got it right off the corker, didn't he?
This is so Australian. You cannot. It's
you can't script
quintessential.
this. You can't script this.
You can't. And he goes, yes, the accident was an absolute corker.
Corker. If you had taken a photo of that car on the side and sent that in.
If we ever reach a ceremony, which we may have to actually do for our 1 year anniversary, we may have to have like a pun awards.
Oh, I tell you what, there's a few that come in.
We've definitely got absolute
corkers up there. The turd burglar, the pot dealer. Who sent in the pot dealer again? I'm trying to remember who sent in the pot dealer. Natalie, that's right. Natalie sent in the pot dealer.
Shout out to Natalie.
I was half expecting the absolute corker to come from that as well. She's always out and about.
It's just gold. It's just gold.
It's absolute corker. It's ripper.
As we continue with the puns,
yes.
Right at the top of the show. Now,
what do we got next?
Electricians again.
Oh, electricity bill. Not electricity bill, is it?
Electricity bill would definitely be on the awards for puns.
It's gonna be top 5, that one.
Now, surely, if you're looking for any electrician, you're not wanting the worst, obviously.
Well, no. Which one do you want?
Or the third one down from the list.
No. You want top shelf stuff.
You would always want the best Sparky.
Best Sparky.
Sorry, it's a little bit blurry.
This is what you're trying to hold it.
It's a completely unimaginative pun.
Best Sparky. You put a little bit of effort in there.
Yeah. Just no grammar. Just
Best Sparky.
Best Sparky, because that's what would come up the top of the mind.
That's right. Because that Best Sparky, it's in the T's. That's further down the list.
Hey Johnny, how was the electrician you had around your place? Oh, he was the best Sparky. Really? No, he was rubbish, but it's called the best Sparky.
Don't get him. There you go, Best Sparky.
Again, it's so Australian. It's so Australian.
Hey, look, he'd be a sole proprietor.
No grammar.
No.
Best Sparky.
Best Sparky. You don't need grammar, mate. You just need. Yep. We're talking about it. Hey, it's working because we're talking about it. Simple as that. That's what it is.
So obviously,
still laughing at the absolute corker.
Absolute corker.
Absolute corker.
That's top shelf.
Oh,
top
it is.
Shelf.
Platinum. It'd be hard to pick a top.
Because they've thought about the whole thing. They've thought about how they're going to run the business on it. Because
I don't know.
It's such an Australian saying. True. It's an absolute corker.
Absolute corker.
Meaning, if you're not
it's a ripper.
averse to the
what's a ripper?
Australian vernacular,
like
it's
the best of the best.
It's really good.
Really good.
Yeah, it's the best of it. Absolute corker.
Absolute corker. What have you got next? Because the tech,
the way of what they're doing.
That's right.
Exactly. No, see, this is always what either one of us say. The tech's been going really good.
Here we go.
Okay,
I got a good feeling about this.
Be prepared for disappointment.
No, folks. The tech's going to be on point.
Because I don't think this is going to work. So
this is going to work perfectly. Do it.
Have we had much from the pizza fraternity?
We had the best pizza or family
Dad's
pizza.
famous pizza.
Yeah, we had that one.
Dad's,
Yeah, Dad's famous pizza.
So
there you go. Bang.
They've gone for the Jamaican flavor. Slice it up nice.
That's a great
I know
pun.
it's not a pun, but I just
good.
saw it.
But it is.
Ollie's
Pizza Parlor.
Pizza Parlor.
That's good because it's your pizzas are in slices. That's perfect.
Slice it up nice.
Yeah, man.
All they should have had was a comma and man and an exclamation mark.
Oh, mate.
Slice it up nice.
Man, perfect. And they could have changed the colours to a bit of the yellow, red, and green, and would have been perfect.
Yeah, I just thought it was. It was
not many Jamaican pizzas.
Where
were we here? Where were we here? Where's this?
This Jamaican pizza. All I know, if there's a Jamaican pizza, you're
Don't eat the green stuff.
Jamaican me crazy. Are you Jamaican pizza? See,
Mate,
there's many puns. This is in
imagine the menu.
Brunswick.
Brunswick. There you go.
And 3 cheers for the tech, everyone.
I told you.
It's
Tech's
working
on
well.
point. Look at you.
I
Look at
just
you
don't like
driving,
to.
taking
don't-
photos,
I don't like to put
and
the
driving
mocker
with
on
your
it.
knees.
I don't
See?
like to put the mocker
But I'm
on it.
just saying, you're talented.
Yep.
You're driving with your knees and taking photos.
The passenger takes photos, Philip.
Oh, beg your pardon. Sorry.
Yes.
My bad. Shout out to any of the law enforcement officers that are signed up to our podcast. These will be submitted as evidence in court. Moving on.
No, it is inadmissible. It's inadmissible.
Who we got
So
next?
the past, the present, and the future
Yes.
walked into a bar.
Oh,
The past, the present, and the future walked into a bar.
yeah.
It was very tense.
That's. Yeah.
On that note, we salute
Oh.
you. So we got more of the sorted, but this is
I'm
the
naked.
black currant flavor.
I'm naked.
Hey,
I'm naked. Butt naked. This is an Italian spritz.
that is a great segue, my friend. Italian
it?
spritz.
Italian spritz.
Is
It's even got it's a botanical cocktail, and it's got a little blurb. You know how it's all got blurbs in order, because that's what you read to determine whether you're going to drink this thing or not.
Yeah.
Vibrant in color and complex
Please
on the
avail us
nose.
of the
See,
blurb.
here it is. Vibrant in color and complex on the nose, our Italian aperitif incorporates extracts of bitter orange, rhubarb root, cinchona, and gentian
Rhubarb.
root for the unmistakable sweet and bitter taste, top noted with orange blossom distillate. Wow, serve over ice and garnish with a whole slice of orange for drinking when you're not. Live naked. Nakedlife.com.au.
I love
Look
it.
at that. 8 calories and sugar free.
And that's a wonderful segue, my friend. I salute
It
you.
is. Can I tell you, and just please, ladies and gentlemen, know this as a fact. That's just pure coincidence if that's a good segue, because I have absolutely no idea how that could be a good segue. But I think we're about to learn
Well,
right now.
I was out and about. It's
Ooh.
not the topic. I was just out
No.
and about. I didn't have
No.
the chance to take the photo.
Mhm.
And I was driving, and there was a sign
Ooh, there's always a sign.
that simply said, float for naked here. That's all it
Float.
said.
Float naked here.
Yeah.
Wow. That's all it said. A sign.
That's why I said a wonderful segue. It was
Wow.
a
There you
sign
go.
with those 3 words. Float naked here. That's it.
Was it a bus stop?
They had no explanation of what was inside this establishment, but it
Oh.
just had an A-frame sign.
Oh, you know what it could be? I think it's
saying
one of those
float
things.
naked here.
Nah, you know what it might be? It might be one of those, you know, those floating pods that you can float to meditate in water. And it's like one of those relaxation
no,
pods.
that I expect, but it's just the weirdness of,
Oh, okay. I thought you didn't know what it was. There you go.
you will be driving and you just see a
Float
sign
naked here.
with 3 words saying float naked here.
Well, you can drink this Italian spritz while you're in there.
That
There you go.
is an aperitif, which is French.
I got aperitif right here. That's a dad joke.
I learned for fun.
That's another dad joke right there. That's a freebie. Righto. Moving right
So what's
along.
a vampire's favorite ship?
I'm glad you
I'm
said
changing things up.
Glad you said ship.
What is a vampire's favorite ship?
Ship. A
Yeah.
Oh man. I
Come
feel like I should
on,
know this.
Philip. Yeah.
Don't know. I'm gonna kick myself for saying that.
A blood vessel.
Oh.
A blood vessel. Oh, Dad.
Oh, mate, it's a shocker.
Oh, Dad.
That's an absolute shocker.
That is terrible. Now, a lot's happened in the week.
Why am I laughing at it then?
You're still gonna laugh. You're gonna laugh. The blood vessel.
Bugger me. Anyway, moving on.
There was
Ah,
there was a lot happening this week,
Was
and we
there?
had a wonderful show last week where
Mhm.
we managed to flesh something out
Mhm.
that we could really sink our teeth into from an
Yep.
ethical standpoint.
Yep.
We managed to get two ethical standpoints
Yes.
out of the one subject. Now, I didn't.
Yeah.
I had a lot of steam up for the subject that I wanted to choose for this week, but I thought at the last moment, I thought,
again.
no, let's just, ease
Oh.
things off again. We can't make it too intense.
All right. So what are we talking about?
So,
Is it the car episode? We're doing the car episode, aren't we?
no. Maybe we'll save that for the 1 year anniversary. Just to change it up. So, episode 42, right?
Ooh, got my little pen. Got my pad. Go.
Do you want to get your pen?
I got it, mate. I'm
Episode
ready.
42 of the
Yep.
Two Dads podcast is a pox on your monkey.
Pox. On your
A
monkey.
pox on your monkey.
Ah, okay. Monkeypox.
Monkeypox. So we have the cocoa in residence, that is for sure.
Yep.
The third wave is well and truly on the way.
Truly about to write
Plenty
that one.
of for the gastro.
Mm-hmm.
Plenty influenza, both A, B, and all the other
All strains in between.
yeah,
Yeah.
all the letters of the alphabet.
It's all happening. It's all happening through Australia.
What's the other one with the fly? What's that one?
With the fly? Is there one with the fly?
Yeah, there's a Japanese encephalitis. That's it.
Oh, encephalitis.
Haven't you heard that one?
I think I had. Is that here too? I heard about it. Is that here?
Yes.
It's-
So,
wow.
along with the four horsemen of the apocalypse, this is
Did
monkeypox.
they bring it in? Those blokes? Goodness me. So we've got the monkeypox. I thought we've got
The monkeypox.
the number of cases aren't high though, right? I heard it was like about 30. Am I right in saying that? Please don't quote me. I know it's
44.
Oh, there you go. So I knew it was at that end of the scale.
It's 44.
That end of the scale.
There's 44 cases in Australia as
Okay.
we speak on Friday the 29th
July.
of July. So it's more for the point of
What do you want to thrash out over this?
you and I
Mhm.
and all the other average Joes out there. You know, they keep flashing it up on the news every now and then.
Mhm.
You
Yeah,
know,
I've seen a
so
couple of
now the
articles.
World Health Organization, the WHO,
Mhm.
have declared it a World Health emergency
Oh, have they?
for the monkeypox. Yes, they have. So I just thought it'd be good to actually unpack
Mhm.
what the monkeypox is, because
Are we allowed to do
they've
that?
not really hopped a bandwagon. Well, it's not. There's no issue with
I'm
if
just
you get
wondering.
the vaccine or not.
Okay. Well, you can't say that word.
Would you like me to choose some more words for triggering the algorithms?
I don't know. Hey, I'm just saying, as long
So,
as it goes,
Philip, why
as
don't
long
you
as
tell
within
me what-
YouTube guidelines.
What do you know about monkeypox?
I'm going to be honest with you. I know very little about it. I understand that, like I said, I knew there was a small number of cases. I've seen certain imagery on news media outlets. I hadn't
Mhm.
realised it was declared by the WHO, which would indicate that it's fairly spread worldwide. Has to be, or enough for
It's
them.
fairly serious, yeah.
Yeah, that it's fairly serious.
Yep.
It seemed to have. It's probably in the last 3 months. I think it first emerged. How long has it been around for? 3 months or so? Maybe 4.
No, it's
Or
actually
has it been longer?
been around since well, for this outbreak now, or just how long has it been around?
How long has it been around in general? Like when we first heard about it?
I think one of the earliest ever cases was of a 1970.
Oh, really? So it's been around for a long time. It's just
It's been
made a
around for a while, so
resurgence for a bit.
outbreaks happen from time
Ah,
to time.
I did not realize
So
there was something new.
they're around 16,000 reported of cases
Mhm.
in 75 of countries around the world.
Okay, all right.
So monkeypox has a fatality rate of between 3 to 6%.
These are all statistics
Now
that
the
are
cocoa
available on.
from the World
Online,
Health
right?
Organization. This is from
Mhm.
the World Health Organization,
Mhm,
not
mhm.
from Simon's Facebook.
Okay, gotcha. Not from an Instagram post.
So
Gotcha.
I'm just going to hit you with some facts
Fact me up.
so that we lay the ground,
And then, yep.
straight without any innuendo. So
Got it.
3 to 6% fatality rate. There are 2 vaccines available, plus antivirals.
Can't say that word, but yeah, okay.
And antiviral?
The words. Not that we're giving any advice.
Oh,
Not that
well.
we're giving any advice. We're just stating.
There's no advice. There's no advice whatsoever. This
I'm
is
just-
completely
This could be the last episode of the Two Dads
ethically
podcast.
advising you. This may be our last episode. Prior to there being a
YouTube shutting us down. Turn that warning.
prior to the AFP, prior to the AFP ever rolling up.
Turn that episode 5 warning into a until you guys are out. Had a good run. We had a good run.
We had a good run. So, what is monkeypox? So obviously, with you've heard it.
Yep.
Well,
it's like chicken
it
pox,
is,
but just from monkeys.
It is a similar virus that's like smallpox.
Yep.
But obviously, we've almost successfully eradicated smallpox, which is one of the bywords from the stance of that's how science works. So it is a zoonotic virus is what they call it. This is when a virus can go from animals in humans.
Okay.
Right. Originally, it originated in Africa.
Mm-hmm.
I believe this is one of those because in Africa, in particularly the northern, as you go more north in Africa, especially from the Congo. So 1970 in the Congo, it was found, and 11 other African countries. This is because a lot of Africans in those regions, they eat wild meat.
Yep.
So
they hunt, and
hence,
yeah. Gotcha. So that's what could
and their version of the third wave doesn't have for monkeys off the list.
Right.
So hence, I would assume eating a primate is very similar, very as close as you're going to get for cannibalism.
Okay. Yeah. No. Sorry. Yeah. I see where you're coming with that.
So this is one of the reasons why the virus has made the leap from animals into man. So we're clear with the origins, right?
Yes. Yep.
And how does someone get infected with the monkeypox? So if they're scratched or being some sort of attacked by an animal, it all sounds like a plot for a horror movie. You know what I mean?
It's like Outbreak 2.
Yeah, it's exactly. everything I've read on it, it just sounds like a plot for a really good movie. So
Yeah.
there'll be Simon in the bush somewhere, and he's just out with the
Okay.
girlfriend or whatever.
We
They go camping, and all of a sudden,
Get Dustin.
and the animal attacks,
I get Dustin
and
Hoffman
then
to come back and
yeah,
do the remake.
and then he survives. So yes, by being scratched or attacked by an animal, eating meat,
Mhm.
or the use of products from an infected animal.
Okay.
And if you come into contact with an infected animal's fluids, once humans are infected, how humans can get infected by it's very similar to the cocoa. Respiratory if a droplets, face to face if a contact, intimate physical if a contact. If you touch the rash, because you do have a rash after 5 days after being infected.
You make me feel itchy.
And then you have other flu-like symptoms.
People talk about this stuff and you start feeling itchy.
So if you touch the clothing of an infected person, it just gets worse.
Okay, well, what love letter? So what love letter? This is what I'm trying to. I get the topic.
You're trying to work out where.
I'm trying to work where your angle is, because I'm trying to see an angle here. I can't see an angle.
Well, is there anything more you want to know prior to me revealing my angle?
Well, is there any more that you needed to share?
So do you want to know what the symptoms are?
Aren't the Simpsons?
Going to say yes. It's a rhetorical question.
Oh, sorry.
Fever, headaches, and for back pain, swollen for lymph nodes, if muscle aches and low energy.
No, dude, I get that from CrossFit.
Were not those almost? That's what I'm saying. Were not those most of the effects that you had
this morning after training? Yes, I had half of those after CrossFit.
So a few days after having a fever, a rash normally appears.
It'd be the rash then, right? It'd be the rash. That'd be the dead giveaway.
The rash looks similar to pimples or blisters, and can appear on many parts of the body, face, chest, on the palms of your hands.
Okay.
Soles of your feet.
Jeez.
Inside your mouth.
They get you everywhere. Fuck me.
And where one shall never mention.
Gotcha. Clear.
Right?
Wow.
So the symptoms normally last between 2 to 4 weeks.
Okay. Wow. Okay. So it hangs around for a
Obviously, I've gone through, how they're treated. They've got all the antivirals and everything. Now, do you want to know my angle as to why?
I do, and I want to see what your angle is, and if I agree with it, well, I will. Otherwise, I'll pick it apart because I can't see an angle in this one. I'm trying to figure out where you're coming with this.
So worldwide, so far, there's 20,000 for cases, right?
Okay.
And I've been through the symptoms. There's 44 in Australia. You've been through how you can get infected. Now, we've all been through and still going through the pandemic, right?
Yep.
So one would ask why, even after the World Health Organization has declared an emergency on the monkeypox, why doesn't it have the same steamroller effect as everything else? Because the cocoa was only actually for 2% of fatality.
Okay.
This is 3 to 6%.
Wow. Okay. That's what you're coming with.
And the anticipation mounts.
Okay. It's a good question. It's a very good question. I don't think I
You
have
want to
an
know
answer.
why?
Oh, why have you worked this out? What have you worked out?
Well, because the health advice is that the epidemic is, I'm trying to put this as delicately as one can.
Why delicate? Just let it rip, mate, like a band-aid. Do it. Just let it rip.
Well, 90% of all the cases, so 90% of the 20,000
Mhm.
are amongst fellas who enjoy fellas.
How do they know this?
This is
Based
what
on
I'm
data
saying. This
they've.
is
Okay.
based
So
on the
it's
data. This is
so of a
World Health
particular
Organization, my friend.
sexual, a particular orientation.
LBGTQI will,
Okay.
yep.
Right.
Man,
Still waiting
mainly the
for.
G's and not the L's.
Okay. Okay.
It still kind of puzzles me as to how does this only isolate men with this kind of lifestyle?
So you're saying out of the 44, the majority of those 44,
90%, not
90% of them.
95, actually 98%
Mhm.
are the G's and the B's. There
Okay.
are no L's. So I'll say that again,
Right. Interesting.
90% of persons with monkeypox infections are the G's
For what
and the
population?
B's.
What population? Australia? Worldwide? What are we talking?
Of the known for cases of the outbreak.
Okay.
So if it,
Interesting.
out of the 20,000, 98%
Yep. Gotcha. Yep.
are the G's and the B's.
So you can arguably say it's 18,000 odd people, roughly.
Yep. And 95%
Yeah,
of
even
the
more. Even more.
98% are through intimate
So, okay. So that's a statistic. That's a statistic. Oh, I'm still waiting for your angle. I haven't got
That's
one.
that's my angle why there's no steamroller through economics and just everything just affecting all life, because that's the angle. So ethically, is it, my question to you, is it right that
Well, there'd be a
they've
reason.
not
Must be a reason why.
made a large deal out of it?
Maybe there is a reason. I'm no scientific expert or diseases expert. I can't sit here and guess comment from that perspective. But for them not to raise the alarm bells, there must be a reason for not doing that, I would think, compared to what we all went through with the
Well,
pandemic.
that's what I'm saying, because we're looking at
They're chalk and cheese, though.
can we call
They're two different things, right?
them a small a percentage of the population? This is what I'm saying. Yet you see it everywhere. Like we all know of it,
Mhm.
but it's not in front of mind because all the shows are not
But there must be a scientific reason why.
choosing to put it in front of us.
Well,
That's my reasoning.
Okay.
This is what I'm saying. This is just
Okay.
food for thought, sending out the facts.
Look,
It's just one of
it's an
those
interesting
oddities,
observation,
right?
Yeah, no, it's an interesting observation. But if they were to announce everything that goes around the world as it's a pandemic, or we're going to do, mate, we'd never do anything. I would think there must be a reason why it doesn't have the same steamroller effect. But without knowing the scientific
This
facts
is what I'm
behind it,
saying,
how are we supposed to
because
know?
98% of all those 40,000
I don't think
from
there's
that
any
part of the community.
I don't think there's any correlation. It's because of it's 98% of that population. They're not doing something about it. I just think it's more around the science of it. Of well, this is completely different to what the cocoa is. they don't feel that there's a need to have this steamrolling effect because the science doesn't guide them to do that, I would think. But it's very difficult from my perspective for me to give a clear argument or to actually have an ethical standpoint for me, because I would look at this as being driven by science. I trust the science. I'm that sort of person. Completely trust the science and stats, but the science is
Reasoning and
obviously
data.
not. Yeah, and the stats, well, the science is clearly saying that. Yeah, look, it's something on our radar that we're a bit concerned about, but we don't have to put the whole world on alarm. If there was a reason to be alarmed, I reckon it'd be everywhere. It'd be more
I think
everywhere.
it's a bit like how the AIDS epidemic, when it initially started, was seen as that it only is affecting that part of the community.
Yeah, it's an interesting stat.
That's
what baffles me thinking about
that's
stats.
my angle on it.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
looking at stats, it just baffles me that it's a particular section of society. That to me doesn't make any sense. Why? I mean, what's the difference? They're still people.
That's what I'm saying. It's just because
Bizarre.
It's not had the, all the drama right behind it, because they've immediately said that it's 98% of all the cases are from that part of the part of the community, that kind of lifestyle. So immediately it's not exploded on the radar. So
I don't think it's because of that. I don't think it's because of that. I think it's because the science says there's no need.
It is because of that. That's exactly what they've said. So the warning is only going out to the G's and the B's.
It's only going out to them to be careful, not the rest of society.
This is what.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Because infection, that's what I said. 95% of the 98.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
They can trace the infection down to intimacy.
Right. Okay. Well, that's interesting. That is interesting.
So it's just something I wanted to avail everyone.
All right. Well, we've done that.
What's going on?
We've got it. We've got it on record.
Please feel free to talk amongst yourself after the episode.
This is a tough one for me because I guess I don't.
Yeah.
For me, I've never given it much thought. I understand it's out there. I wasn't aware of the stats and who are the people that need to be careful. I just think we all need to be careful because it's only going to take a scratch or droplets or whatever you said before for it to go a different way. But that wraps us up.
Very much like the topic. Very much like the topic. There's only one thing I cannot deal with.
Yep.
And that is a deck of cards that's glued together.
Okay.
I cannot deal with it.
Can't deal with that either. It's impossible.
I can't deal with deck of cards that's glued together. Please remind everyone.
Oh, wow. Our Gmail account is the Two Dads Podcast. It's TOODADS.PC@gmail.com. And you can hit us up on Two Dads Podcast on YouTube and on Spotify and on Anchor. Thanks for joining us. An interesting topic.
It was an interesting angle. I just threw things.
There you go. Yeah.
Threw things out there. This is only throwing out some facts.
Adios.
Muchachos.
See you later.
Have a great night. Have a great evening.
Bye.